I mean, you had a great day today. You've taken the first steps towards success. Don't fall back and get lazy.
Between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots. I'll join you again at halftime to scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll. Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Curry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Nice job keeping that. Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Curry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And some concerns caused him to slip to the 5th round. I guess if you're him, the good news is you kind of flew under the radar. Maybe expectations are low. You can come in and prove something.
And a lot to prove, because those off-field concerns that creep in on you, you want to prove that they're all wrong, that they don't matter, that you are a much better player than what people picked you.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Raiders jump it. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? On 3rd down, Ryan. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
When you're
Time to jump into the action, and we have a red zone alert as this defense looks to stop a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
And feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie it. So here's the situation upcoming. 2nd quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have the 1st down across the... They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback punching it in from a yard away. Let's get back to the action. This defense will need to string together a few stops here as they defend a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Ryan will throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore.
Now, can this offense muster a late second quarter drive to break our tie? Let's see. They'll have to be pretty efficient with their time here. Watch the clock. They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards, and the Patriots take over. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the 3rd quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on 3rd down? Let's find out. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone scheme.
And now Oakland ready to take the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. 15 yards. And the Raiders take advantage. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. A field goal does him no good here as we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over and able to get him down. A field goal does him no good here as we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on 4th down. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. We get back to this one with the offense trying to put the finishing touches on a possible victory, essentially just needing a 1st down to end it. The defense, though, they do have all 3 timeouts. He gets away from one. Now he goes spin. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? A big play that time for the Raiders. 51 yards.
he's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run again with Jackson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. I love the look you just gave me, because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the 1st down, or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back. So
day, opening game, there's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night.
So for Oakland, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off a... So it's third down, ball inside the red zone, and this defense looking to get the stop they need.
Let's go! 3-19!
From the gun, here's McNair. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Porter. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. As his guys are in for... A red zone alert. Let's jump back in here. 1st and 10 at the 16. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So that's the rookie's first trip. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, it's McNair. Throw left side complete. That's Porter. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Play action. It's McNair. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now A fourth down. A red zone situation coming up. We'll see how this defense can respond to an impending first and goal. On first down, it's McNair. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. As his guys are in. So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. Third down, here we go. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Curry. And taking it to the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in week 2. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Into the end zone. Oakland Raiders touchdown.
That was not a designed run.
Well, this one's getting good now. Fourth quarter, tie game. This defense looking for a huge third down stop. McNair to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 30. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And time winding down here in this fourth quarter. This is a crucial spot. Let's see what the offense can do. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Curry. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. So the picture becoming pretty clear here. The defense just looking for a stop because a touchdown, and they would trail on the scoreboard. They're hoping to preserve this slim 1-score lead.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's got daylight. 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown. Pretty tense spot here for this offense. A field goal would tie. A touchdown would win it. But they've got to move that football. Good news for them. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Curry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Well, this might be a no-win situation here. This defense powerless to stop the clock. This one might be just about over.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
You have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, it's been a great... Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. From the gun on third, McCown. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now early on in this one, we get our first look at this offense. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Throwing now is McCown. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These fifth-rounders, and to use him as an example, maybe you take a little bit of a flyer on someone, hope you hit gold.
Exactly, because when you get into the 5th round, you're usually not counting on him to become a starter right away. But we've seen so many times 5th, 6th, 7th, undrafted free agents who come in and make their way, and in a big way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position. Well, let's get back into the action. This defense up against a 1st and 10. The ball down at the 12-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags have 2. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? Now a handoff looking right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 23 yards on the pickup there. Now this time, McCown will throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. We have a red zone situation brewing. This defense on their heels a little bit as they get set to defend a 1st and 10 with the ball at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now we give to Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this one down to about the... They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, here's McCown. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's McCown. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It's their corner. Now, can this offense muster a late 2nd quarter drive to break our tie? Let's see. They'll have to be pretty efficient with their time here. Watch the clock. Now McCown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always about... Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
McCown again on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Time for this defense to try and stiffen as they'll try here to defend a 1st and 10 situation at their own 17-yard line. Now Taylor. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. In for this. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to... This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Shotgun here for McCown. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. McCown now on 3rd and goal. Steps under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man.
Well, this defense already down on the scoreboard here in a 1-score game. They need a stop. They need a quick stop. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. Shifts past him at the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially. And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back to the air on 2nd down. McCown. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now McCown. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now McCown. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it. Maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
On 3rd down. That's Jackson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
McCown to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no.
This defense just 1 timeout left. This one all but over as we take you down for the final moments. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
They'll run with Taylor. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard. Back to throw, McCown. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Walton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First drive of overtime coming up. So this offense, they could end it if they can punch it into the end zone. A field goal, and the game will continue. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
McCown now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame. I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, McCown. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
McCown throwing on second. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
And this is going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. They are going for it. It's McCown. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. How about that, partner? Not only a 4th down conversion in a tie game, a 4th down conversion in overtime in a tie game.
And so many factors go into making that call, and a lot of it.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Raiders, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody.
what we saw. You all know it wasn't. Make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you, so let me see that greatness come out on the field, all right? Let's do it.
Yeah, now set. Ready? Now to go. Down. Ready? Down. Ready? Down to go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Down to go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Down to go. Now set. Ready? Down to go. Down. Ready? Down set. Stay there. Ready? Hut. Let's go, let's go. Down to go. Here we go, here we go. Ready? Hut. Down to go.
Hey, man, listen. Great job today. Step in the right direction for you and this
sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene of... Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. Now they try the right side here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. Operating from the gun, Maddox. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. On second down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Maddox, throw left side complete. That's Gonzalez. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd and 2, Maddox. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there. In the end zone. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 6. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter.
Let's go. Brand 38.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
To throw on third down. Maddox. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A potential turning point in a one-score game. What can this defense do as they look to hold on to their second-half lead?
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
To throw on second down. Maddox. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Here we go. Brand 38.
From the gun on third down. Maddox. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. From the gun, Maddox. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered. This defense hoping to preserve that one-score, 8-point lead here. See if they can do it. The ball on the offensive side of the field. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here we go. Brand 38.
He's back to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lucas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lucas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. And he'll spike it with exactly 30 seconds now left on the clock.
Here we go. Man 38.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Let's go. 1-9.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for time remaining. Hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home.
Our scoreless game, may not stay that way much longer as this defense is out there needing a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Warner. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Rams have the first point. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's 2nd down, and the defense needing to step up. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Warner. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Warner finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And a gain there of 11 yards. All right, time to jump back in. This defense already 2 scores down. Points here would certainly make their road back a tough one.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Here's Warner. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. Third and 1, McCown wants to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Curry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Let's see if the defense is up to a tough task. Ball inside the red zone. 3rd down and 1. McCown looks to throw on 3rd. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like an I-4 at rush hour in your home. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. McCown to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now McCown, gotta have this one. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. McCown looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Rams... No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. McCown looking to throw on 4th. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Raiders try. Tough spot here for the offense. Down 16. So you need 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, and you need to get the onside kick in between. We'll see if they can do it. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Now McCown. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 1st and 10, here's McCown. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now McCown eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
McCown to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it. Things not looking overly positive at this point as this offense will look to finish strong here in the final minute of play. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 39 that time. McCown now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Los Angeles, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss.
A fight for the right to be number one. It's the coach, 19, and it's the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a battle of the top two teams in the AFC West, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders as they get set to square off against the Denver Broncos. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in with some fresh legs. Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39, green.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot it.
A big early third down here for this defense as they look to hold on and force a field goal try. From the gun on third, McCown. And that is incomplete. Shotgun here for McCown. And that is going to be incomplete. The Raiders trying. So they just got the ball off the interception. Now can this offense take advantage? Great field position, 1st and 10 in the red zone. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now McCown. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Working from the gun, McCown. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. They are going for it. It's McCown. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Raiders... Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. Again, they'll throw with McCown. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth. Well, nothing really overly complicated about this. The offense needs points and in a hurry with just over a minute to go in the contest. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Here's McCown. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. It's McCown again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent, and how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column.
Hey everybody, it's Coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Houston Texans. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. It's standing.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He dumps off to Morris. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 69 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. So this offense looking at a 2nd and 4. The football inside the red zone. McCown to throw on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun, it's McCown. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Julius Peppers in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they push the lead up to... Time to get back into the action. A red zone alert here. 1st and goal at around the 8-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On second down, here's McCown. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw, it's McCown. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. McCown going to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown, as his guys are in for 6. We have a first down coming up in the red zone. In fact, it's a first and goal situation as this offense looks to get into the end zone from about 9 yards out. To throw is McCown. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
McCown looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting... It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Throwing his car on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure he's got...
So the picture becoming pretty clear here. The defense just looking for a stop because a touchdown, and they would trail on the scoreboard. They're hoping to preserve this slim one-score lead. Carr now on first down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lambert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. He completes it right side to White. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now Carr again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big... Time and issue here as the offense needs to find a way to get into field goal range, but working in their favor, they do have all 3 timeouts at their disposal. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. A Raider first down, 17 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is McCown. And he whips that one incomplete there. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Back to throw, McCown. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This defense just one timeout left. This one all but over as we take you down for the final moments. To throw is Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Raiders, The win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their... A red zone situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10, ball at the 19.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Tough spot here for the defense. Let's see if they can step up. We drop in on a first down in the red zone. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Throwing left side, he's got Clark complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run. Tomlinson. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with second and goal coming up. Second and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? From the gun on third, McCown. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down here. A big early third down here for this defense as they look to hold on and force a field goal try. Throwing is McCown on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Now this time McCown will throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan.
Let's see what this defense can do here. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he's got this one down to the 10. On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get... Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Now Breeze on 3rd down. It's complete to Turbin. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 2nd down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. On play action, it's Breeze. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that 1st down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Now Breeze.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Breeze again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Breeze to throw again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. So a big 3rd down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the 3rd quarter. McCown looks to throw on 3rd. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the... So a big 3rd down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the 3rd quarter. Working from the gun, McCown. And the ball is knocked out. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? Let's see what this defense can do here. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And his pass incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. From midfield, here's Breeze. Got his man, it's Caldwell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice... All right, time to jump back in. This defense already 2 scores down. Points here would certainly make their road back a tough one. On the handoff, Tomlinson able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
His pass caught at the 4. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. It's a third down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. It's McCown again. Unable to corral him. He fights through. They'll tussle for it. Into the red zone now. It's McCown. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. McCown looks to throw again. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slip.